So, Dushiteru YouTube and subscribers, and welcome to this first ever 4v4 inter-clan battle on the rice field. Myself, the Prussian Prince, Etz Dusty, and Matsuda Tadashi are fighting Fireheart, Kuryo, Shogun, and Nixor. Now, every time I do a 4v4 or a 3v3, I get comments, people saying, you know, good job for the Matsuda team, but your opponents were probably a clan and they probably didn't have voice communication. And that's a good point. That's a good point. When you're in a clan that has people playing in teams and communicating with each other, you obviously get a very, very important and big advantage. But what happens when you pair people up from your clan in a classical battle, ladies and gentlemen? This isn't your average veteran battle. So there is no room for, oh man, his army was full of veterans and he was a level 10, which is the usual bitching that I do. This is a battle that was pure awesomeness, pure clans. And let's start off with the player composition and the clan composition. You can see we're playing on the rice field just to keep things nice and simple, right to the point. But this battle was actually surprising a little bit more tactical than I thought it would be. On the left, we've got the Takeda army. Well, half of the Takeda army being led by, who was this player? Oh man, it doesn't have names. Oh, it doesn't have names. Well, let's see if I can remember. I know that I had the Date, and then I think this is the, this is the Prussian Prince, and then this was It's Dusty, and then this was Tadashi, and over here, these two Shimatsu players, I'm not sure who these guys are, to be honest. Yokoso on Dushiteru YouTube, and welcome to this classical 4v4 inter-clan battle for lulz and funs and awesomeness. Now usually when I play and put up a 4v4, it's going to be a long video, so bear with me here. But I sort of need to explain this before we start. But usually when I play a 4v4 or a 3v3, I get some comments of people saying, well, yeah, I mean, good job you guys, you played really well, but your opponents probably didn't have the voice communication that you guys have. And this is true. This is true. When you're in a clan that voice communicates, you obviously get a very big edge because you can quickly communicate around the battlefield and you can warn each other about things that a certain player could miss. In this situation, when we're all in the same clan, we all play together and we all know each other, and this was a classical battle, so no room for, oh, he's a level 10 and I'm a level 3 and his general. No room for that bitching that I do a lot of, out of all people. So today, a classical battle, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the Date, the Takeda, and the Oda forces facing the Shimatsu and what appears to be the Uesugi clan. So this was actually freaking awesome. And now our forces are, you're going to need to remember the names because this doesn't show the names, so you're going to need to remember which player is which. Right here on the right, you've got myself, I've got the Date. Right here next to me, you've got the Prussian Prince with the Takeda. Next to him is It's Dusty with the Oda troops. And finally on the left, you've got Tadashi with also the Takeda. Now, going back here, you've got, on the right here, you've got, this guy is actually Fireheart. And then you've got Kuryo, and then you've got Ban, and then you've got Nixor. So you can see that Ban and Nixor sticking together in this. So let's just go ahead and play now, because as I said, it's going to be a long battle. Let's start with Tadashi's forces. Tadashi has a good number of bow units. He's got 4 units of bow samurai. There they are at his front lines, closely supported by some Yari-Yashigaru, and you can see that he has upgraded those guys 2 experienced chevrons. And then he has an infantry line composed of 4 units of Katana Samurai. There is his general, and he brought Shinjin to this battle. So there's Takeda Shinjin, right there, right there. Hey, Takeda Shinjin. And over here you've got 3 units of cavalry. One of them is hidden. One of them is Takeda Yari Cav, 1 experienced chevron, and then 2 Takeda Great Guard. And then on the left he has 1 unit of Takeda Yari Cavalry, also 1 experienced chevrons, and then another Katana Takeda Cavalry. And I think I remember he had 1 matchlock unit, or I could be mistaken. I was mistaken. Moving on across the lines, you can see here that some bamboo sticks and some defensive shields were set up by It's Dusty, and It's Dusty brought the cheapest army out of all of us. But this was fun. This was fun. You'll see this. You can see his front line is composed of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units of matchlock samurai. Behind him, he's got 4 units of bow warrior monks, and then he's got 3 units of Oda Yari-Yashigaru, and then 2 units of Katana Samurai at the back there. And there's his general, and he has also brought a historic general here, Oda Nobunaga. There he is. Oops. Let's see if we can get you Oda Nobunaga there. There he is. And this guy came from a very humble origin. I mean, the Sengoku period was the period where someone with no noble birth or anything could rise to become a great daimyo, and Oda Nobunaga was one of those guys. Moving on, here on the right, the Prussian prince has a lot of cavalry. He's using the Takeda the way the Takeda are meant to be used. He's got Yari cavalry, he's got Great Guard, he's got a bunch of shit there. 2 Great Guard, 4 Yari cavalry. His main force is composed of 3 units of matchlock samurai. And then let's go ahead and pause here so you don't miss the action. And then he's got some katana, a lot of katana troops supporting there. And he's brought a regular general in this battle. There he is, just a regular old general. And then finally, myself using the Date. I've got 3 units of Yari cavalry. No, 1 Yari Cav, 1 Katana Cav, and 1 Great Guard. And you can see I've upgraded the Great Guard. Now this Cav force is very versatile. It can charge, it can fight other Cav, it can do all sorts of shit. And then at the front here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of Boa Shigaru. And I like to bring numbers when it comes to Boa Shigaru. And then behind them 3 Yari Shigaru to support that big line. And then my real power is in my Nodachi Samurai. I've got 5 of those guys, and I've given each of them 3 experience chevrons, so I'm not really messing around. 1 more Yari Shigaru at the back to protect my general and any flanking maneuvers. And I've got the general Date Masubune, and he's not as potent as say Nobunaga or Shinjin, but he's still awesome. And look at his crest; it's like tilted. Cool stuff there. So let's go ahead and review the other armies really quickly here, because I'm probably wasting a lot of time. Got 2 units of Great Guard here, 5 experience chevrons on each. I'll leave it to Fireheart to bring the best cav in. These are statistically the best cav on the battlefield. He's got a matchlock unit there, Hattori matchlock samurai actually, and then he's got 4 units of these Hattori katana samurai, and then there's his general. And I think he has more troops in the trees. Yep, indeed. He's got Hattori Yari Ashigaru, and I actually tried to charge here. I probably missed it, but I tried to charge into these trees initially, and I was surprised by a matchlock and Yari mix. You can see here in the middle, the Shimatsu cavalry is now trying to engage Prussian Prince's cavalry. This is actually Koryasha. I don't know why the Prussian Prince didn't engage those. We would have been able to take them out. 2 units of Great Guard, 2 units of Yari Cav, 3 units of Bull Warrior Monks with some experience chevrons. Behind them, the Shimatsu infantry line, 4 units of Katana Shimatsu Samurai, and then 2 Yari Ashigaru, and there's the general, and he's brought Shimatsu Yoshirio, what was his name? Shimatsu Yoshihiro. Yep, Shimatsu Yoshihiro. As for the Hattori general, it's Hattori Hanzo! And this is one of my favorite guys in the period. There he is, Hattori Hanzo. And then moving over here, you can see now, I'll explain to you what goes down in a little bit. Some action going on the right side between Nixor's forces and the forces of Tadashi. Now Tadashi is being fought by 2 Great Guard and some Yari Cav, but his Takeda Cav are actually going to come out on top in this fight here. Takeda Cav are better than other General Cav. The 2 players here, Nixor, as I said, he has some matchlock units. He's got a matchlock Ashigaru, 3 experience chevrons, some Bull Warrior Monks there. And then he's got Yari Ashigaru supporting them. And then he's got his Shimatsu infantry line. And then he's also got a Katana hero with 5 experience chevrons. So there is the Katana hero himself. There's the man in the mask. There he is. And then finally you've got I think this is Ban. Yep, it's Ban. He's got some matchlock units at the front, 2 matchlock samurai, supported by 2 units of Yari Ashigaru. He's also got a Katana hero, and then he's got some more Shimatsu Katana infantry and more Naginatas at the back. So that's a strong back line, strong infantry line, and no real skirmishing potency there. These 2 units aren't really going to be doing much. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a crackdown of what's happening. We're obviously, our team is the blue. You can see that there's already a sort of encirclement going on. You can see that it's Dusty, Tadashi, and Prussian Prince's cavalry have completely surrounded Nixor and Ban's forces. Now, on my side, I'm being heavily pressed by this Shimatsu army, and heavily pressed by this Uesugi army. Now at this point, I was like, you know what? This is our time to win the battle. This is the only way we'll be able to win the battle. I go ahead and instruct the Prussian prince to move his army, and look at the minimap. You can see that his army is moving over here to complete the encirclement of the two Shimatsu armies that are completely separated from the rest of the troops. And I was like, you go ahead and keep falling back, and I'll just trace your movement. I'll keep coming in your place. So basically, if you look at the minimap right now, Prussian prince right here, he's trying to move down here to complete an encirclement on the Shimatsu players. You can see that we're closing down here. It's Dusty closing down with his heavy skirmish component unit at the center, and in comes Tadashi with his cavalry superiority from the other side. Prussian prince slowly moving there as well, and I am just mimicking Prussian prince's movements, and I'm going to hold these two armies and give time for my allies to actually fight and kill the opponent Shimatsu armies here, who are completely isolated. And now you can see running in range, and look at that matchlock fire there, just total devastation. And it's going to actually hit across the lines, and there you go. Look at those Yari Yashigaru units getting totally shredded. And now these matchlock samurai trying to line up, and you can see here, in comes Prussian prince's cavalry. His infantry is close by, and we're still falling back. And look how far the Uesugi and the Shimatsu army. So Ban and Nixor now not in a place that you would want to be in. You can see that Naginata samurai is trying to stop the horde of Takeda cavalry. They're not going to be doing much. That matchlock line is just shredding it over there, taking intense shots. And here are some cinematics. You can see these troops trying to run up, more Takeda coming in from the back, and now Tadachi is also trying to close in. Look at that, sending his cavalry at the back of the Shimatsu, the second Shimatsu player, who's Nixor. And you can see here the encirclement is complete. Prussian prince's infantry didn't even need to get there, and now me and Prussian prince are holding a buffer force. I'm still kind of falling back. My troops are a little bit tired because I have been running a lot with them. I do have my cavalry in the trees here, but you can see that these two Shimatsu armies completely out of the picture at this point. So that was a tactical move that pretty much won us the game. Yeah, it pretty much won us the game. Ban and Nixor were just completely on their own, and I saw that, and we called it, and we won. We won on that side of the battlefield. So you can see now that all that remains are some, some bow units and some Ashigaru units here, and actually a general. No, the general is dead. No, he's still alive. Yoshihiro is still alive there with 8 men, and now he's going to run towards this matchlock line, and let's see if he gets killed or not. And I don't know why I'm not getting the sound effects for the matchlock units. Maybe because there's too much of them or something. Maybe it's a bug. You can see these guys lining up here. Let's see if they take shots. And you can see now that over here, right behind me and Prussian Prince, have completely formed a very large block, a very large line of units here. And there we are. There's his troops, and then my troops are a little further ahead. And we're just waiting for the enemy to hit us now. Just waiting for them to hit us. Prussian Prince sending his matchlock samurai troops forward. And you can see here the two Shimatsu army under the leadership of Ban and Nixor completely done. And all that remains is this Katana hero unit here that is fighting some other Katana samurai. And let's get some cinematic there. He has Banzai activated, but looks like he's not going to be able to really last. And he's actually fighting over there. There he is. So they're fighting over there. Let me just go ahead and shrink this up. And you can see that here they're just being attacked in the rice fields by Katana samurai. And Prussian Prince moving his forces up. Now I was worried that that the Hattori army here, this is Fireheart's army. I was worried that Fireheart's army would get would charge me and would catch me off guard. And you can see here that he's trying to charge into my bows. I do have spears there, so I'm just kind of like waiting on him to come a little bit closer. You can see I'm starting to move my cav, which were hidden. And at this point, I decide to engage my opponent. I'm going to absorb that charge with the cav, with my own cav. And you can see Fireheart sending his Great Guard around to try to hit my units. But I do have a spear unit there, and let's see if I'll be able to catch him. Looks like no, he was going to be able to get a clean charge off at my bow Shigaru. My Yari Yashigaru are still close though, so that did good damage, but I will be able to recover. More troops coming in here, and you can see I'm still pulling back into the trees, mainly because there are a lot of Hattori matchlock here, and I don't want to get shot by that matchlock. Running desperately out of range, given time for the rest of the players to line up properly and hit the other Shimatsu player. And at this point I was like, okay, just let me worry about Fireheart and go ahead and get rid of the Shimatsu player. I'll just keep kiting and, you know, trying to run away and use my range, use the trees for cover, and then just spring my Nodachi Samurai at one decisive moment. And that decisive moment is now. His matchlock troops are not ready to take shots. I'm going to run forward. You can see now that It's Dusty is helping me out, taking shots into these matchlock troops. Now they're out of formation, and in comes my Banzai infantry there. They're going to charge right into these Hattori Katana Samurai. My Nodachi Samurai should be able to walk out the victors. And here you can see I'm sending more troops to the side, and these are actually Yari Yashigaru troops. The cav threat of Fireheart has been, well, looks like it has been completely removed. And in comes my cavalry. I'm going to rush right into that unit of matchlock unit, but then there was a Yari Yashigaru there. I didn't quite see that until now, and I'm going to run back out of there and actually run right back into here and hammer and anvil these guys. So I guess I got a little bit lucky there. Here comes my cavalry. You can see flaming arrows coming in. These Nodachi Samurai are now sandwiching the Hattori Samurai with my cavalry. On the right here, in comes the Shimatsu army. It's trying to reunite with Fireheart's troops, but my infantry are simply superior at this front, and I've got It's Dusty helping me out at the side. You can see It's Dusty's forces there, just taking their shots into the rest of the troops, and that's helping me out a lot. It's helping me out big time. And that move pretty much allowed us to clean up here Fireheart's army. You can see some Shimatsu troops coming into the vicinity, trying to fight. I'm activating a rally. I don't want to lose any units to morale, and I'm also inspiring this unit over here. My general is in grave danger, my lord. Oh yeah, you can see here a charge by, I think that the second Shimatsu player is, who was it? I had it written down here somewhere, but I dropped the paper.
My lord! A glorious victory will soon be yours.
Yeah, I forgot. But yeah, you can see that the last that cavalry unit is pretty much going to get beaten, and well, Fireheart's army completely goes out of picture, and all that remains now is this Shimatsu army. And I'm going to need to remember who led that. Let me try and recall here. Yeah, it looks like I've misplaced the paper where I wrote the names in order, so I kind of like forgot who's who. But you can see here that pretty much not much really has happened. There goes the final clash. You can see our army's pretty much still ready to even have another 4v4. So the opponent banned Nixor, Fireheart. And I can't believe I forgot the fourth person. It's just, you know, it's like, wow, I can't believe I forgot him. Kuriyasha, that's who he was. It was Kuriyasha. Kuriyasha, Ban, Nixor, and Fireheart there. And you can see, look at that. We still have our armies. Like, yeah, obviously we lost a good number of men. Like, look at this carnage over here, and look at the carnage over there, where, you know, the troops completely got surrounded. But that move there is what pretty much won us the battle. And at the end there, everyone was complaining about how It's Dusty abused matchlock. But I mean, he used a matchlock line, and yeah, that helped us shatter their morale rather quickly. They were infantry troops, and we actually kind of went to counter them. You can see that the Prussian Prince and the Tadashi brought Takeda units, and then I brought Date units just to counter Shimatsu, and then matchlock warrior spam by It's Dusty. But nonetheless, this was a fun battle. This was a tactical battle. You saw that little encirclement move there is pretty much what won us the fight. If we like clashed in a straight line, I don't think it would have been the same results. And you can see here some more action in the trees. But that's pretty much going to end that. I hope you guys enjoyed that Interclan War P4. For more, remember to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.